Hello, everyone. Linda Wilson here from Learn to Transcribe Academy. I have the great honor today to be speaking to Gray. Do you pronounce your Gray a great Dion?
Grey Dayon. It's French.
Dion. It's
hmm
French. Oh,
hmm
well, tell us a little about yourself, Gray.
Yeah, so I'm from Missouri, and mainly in my life, I'm an artist. So I'm doing work from home stuff, so I can focus on a couple different things. But yeah, out of Missouri, just doing some art, doing some transcription. Got a little cat. You'll probably see her running around in the back.
Mhm. Well, you had some prior work experience before you got into the litigation area. Tell us what you did.
Yeah, for most of my life, I've done retail and customer service and things like that. About a couple years back, I got into data analysis and really digging into Excel, just a different side of that Microsoft suite. But back probably 6, 7 months ago, I was looking for something more remote, something that I could balance all of my art and everything else with. And I've always been super interested in like court videos, just like looking at actual court cases and things like that. And even some just like court drama TV shows, things like that. And I was reading a court transcript one day and it popped in my brain that like somebody writes that. Somebody actually has to type all of that. And I was like, that's a job. I got to find out who does that. And went to the AAERT website and saw Linda listed on there. And here we are. I've been in training, just did that and got my first apprenticeship and we're rocking.
I'm so proud of you. I
Well,
really am.
thank you. I
You
appreciate that.
know, you took a chance. You were brave enough to get out there and say, "I'm going to try something, and I'm going to take a chance on this," and it
hmm
it paid off.
Absolutely.
And so you're now working. And how do you like the type of work you're doing and all that?
It's been great. I've been going for about a month and a half ish, and just got a couple of my first bigger projects that are multi-date, few hundred pages, and it's been great. It perfectly fits into, my lifestyle, things I want to do, all just working from home. Really fun to like listen to the cases from start to beginning. I'm a little nosy, and it's really fun getting all of the details and hearing every side of everything and getting to actually put that into the official court record. It's really interesting to me.
Hmm. Well, so what you're describing sounds like you really like trials more so than depositions.
Yeah, definitely. Like I do prefer trials, and that's mainly what I've been doing is a bunch of trials and hearings leading up to those trials. I think I've only had one deposition, and I actually got to do a couple 911 calls last week, which was interesting. I didn't expect that, but I got a random expedited job for some 911 calls, and I was like, sure, I'll take a stab at it. Why not?
We just have to be
Um,
ready for whatever pops at us.
yeah. Most of it's been trials and hearings, though, and I think those are the most interesting. They've got a really structured approach, and you get to see every single stage of that case through all the way, and get to hear every side of it, all the story. I actually get a little annoyed when I get a case when I only have like 2 or 3 dates out of the middle, and I don't get to hear what's happening in the rest of them. Like I need to know what happened.
That's right. Well, that's why I've always said I love trials, and I'm an old trial court reporter, and
hmm
I just prefer that because it's like reading a whole book. You get to see the whole thing unfold beginning to end, as
Absolutely.
opposed to a deposition. You're just hearing one witness and one snippet, and you never know what happened.
Yeah. Don't get
And
to see the
I,
outcome.
I, I really like the structure and the um, professionalism that the lawyers display when they're in court. They have to be uh, on their toes, like, Your
hmm
Honor, may I approach the witness? May I stand? May I do this? And they have to get permission. They can't just shove an exhibit in front of somebody's face. All of it is done very methodically, and it,
hmm
like you say, it kind of follows a system, and that's what I like. And
Yeah.
it's just kind of can get a little wild in some of those depositions. But well, I'm so glad that you found our training, and I
hmm
had the honor of training you. And how did you feel about my training, though? Uh, just in a word or two.
Yeah, it was great. It was very thorough. I think the biggest thing with the job is just maintaining that kind of adaptability and flexibility of going to a bunch of different formats. And I thought that was great that like drilled in, reinforced throughout the entire program was, well, no, this could be different in this format, or got to keep an eye out because it could be this way, and showing us a couple of different formatting techniques and how it's done throughout all of it. I thought
Mhm.
was very well prepared for.
Well, thank you. Well, that came in handy for you later, didn't it?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've had to adapt a whole lot with this new job over here and just getting all those little quirks of different formatting things that are preferred.
Well, I am so proud of you, and I just can't thank you enough for taking your time to share your story with us. And do you have anything else you want to say before we close out?
I don't think so. I will say one of my favorite things that you said throughout the course was talking about the art of transcription as an artist. I loved that, and going through and seeing it on the job, it really does all fit together like a puzzle, getting
Mhm.
every piece, and there truly is an art to it, and it's a absolutely great course. Couldn't recommend it more to anybody, and it's had a great time, and I'm very happy with how well prepared I've been and what it set me up for.
Well, thank you for saying that. Yeah,
Hmm.
I do believe that. I know that's a fact. And some training, some people they just get the skills part of it. They
Hmm.
don't realize that there's an art to this, and there is.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's two sides to it. There's your skills, learning what button to push, and of course, the centerpiece is the punctuation, and you
For
got to
sure.
know that, and your formatting. But that's where your art comes in. It's the arrangement of those words and how they fit together like a puzzle. That
Hmm.
you want the reader of the transcript to feel like they were just right there in the room,
Absolutely.
and they're understanding everything said. And that's when you can do that and produce a transcript like that. That's your art.
Absolutely.
And I'm so happy to hear you say that, because a lot of people just gloss over the top of that art and they go, oh, there's no art to this. There is an art to it. And
Absolutely, there is.
you recognized it. You saw exactly what I was talking about. You got me.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for your time. You have a
Yep.
wonderful day, Gray.
Thank you, Linda. You as well.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye.